Hey, strangers. Welcome to season 7 of the Strange Sessions. If you're just joining us for the first time, I'm Krista. With me is Kurt. Hi, Kurt.
Hi, Krista. I
And we're
think
doing.
I
Oh, go
think I'm
ahead.
gonna I think I'm gonna make this still season 6 because
Oh,
the
are you?
next episode will be
Okay.
our first official topic one. So I think I'm just gonna make this. I think it's funny because we had a final episode for its season finale, and I think we've had
hmm
like 5 episodes since then. So
We'll call this season 6.5.
yeah, that sounds good. But I figure this will be like the official end of season 6, and then in 2 weeks it'll be the start of season 7.
Okay, that's cool.
Cool.
So, how have you been, Kurt?
Sick. I've been sick a lot. As you know, I was sick before Christmas, and I have
hmm
never in my life been as sick as I was then. It was horrible. It was a flu that turned into a really bad sinus infection.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
forgot about that.
now I feel like I have a sinus thing going on again.
Mm.
And last night I slept like absolute garbage. I think I was up at quarter after 12 and I never fell back asleep, so I am tired, I am crabby. I should not be falling asleep when I'm drinking my coffee in the morning.
Yeah, probably not. Well,
Yeah.
hey, strangers. So, if you were wondering, nothing's changed since season
It's the
season
same old stuff.
Exactly. Same. I'm actually just getting over COVID. We got hit by COVID at our house.
Yeah, you
So,
you and Jim finally got hit by it.
oh, and my mom, she's
That's
staying with us because she's recovering from a total knee replacement. So that's a whole nother story. But she's been here since January 12th. And yeah, I've been busy.
I would say that was one of the reasons why we're like, let's just record a Skype,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Skype quickie, and then how is she doing? Is she doing okay?
Okay. It's not going as well as we were hoping it would go. So we have a lot of work ahead of us, and
Yeah.
yeah, we'll get there. We'll
Okay.
we'll hopefully get there. But yeah, I'm working from home full time remotely, so a lot on my plate.
I
Let's
would
just say
say. I
that.
would say. I'm
But
looking I'm
yeah,
looking forward to getting together recording again though. It's
yeah,
been
me
it's
too.
been a long time, I feel like.
Really long time.
But I want
Yeah.
to give shout outs to our newest strangers since the last episode of the season. And those are James Daniels, Chuck Teeples, Mike Sprengler, Alistair Mason, CC Mace, Mike Arenas, The North, and Bedale. I'm not sure that's a business, and I'm not sure what they do. I should look.
Okay.
Gary Wayne Holdcraft, Paul Wallace, and I want to give a really special shout out to one of my students, Oliver Therrelson, who listens to the podcast and absolutely loves it.
Love
He
the name Oliver.
yeah, he just started listening, I think this past week. He didn't know about it. Now he comes to me every day and tells me, he asked me if I found a dice. So he listened to the Dice Man
Oh,
episode and
nice.
he listened to
Cool.
the Smiley Face Killers. So Oliver, I'm just super happy you listen. Oliver's a good guy. He is one of the students that I really like. So he's amazing. So Oliver, thank you so much for listening. He said he's
And
going to
I
be
want to.
kind of famous
Oh,
if
go
I
ahead.
if I give him a shout
Oh,
out on
yeah.
here.
Well, there you go, Oliver.
Yep.
I'm gonna give a shout out to that Gary Holdcraft because he's actually been a longtime follower on Instagram and he just joined the Facebook group. So, what's up,
Yeah,
Gary?
and he's been posting stuff in there. So thanks, Gary.
Yeah, yeah,
But those are our newest listeners, or our newest strangers since the season finale.
not too bad.
Not too bad. It's usually more, but maybe it'll pick up in this season. So how
Yeah.
how have you been besides the
Uh,
obvious?
yeah, burning the candle at all 5 ends. Pretty good. I mean, yeah, it was a much needed break. I'll say that. The holidays were nice. Yeah, I don't know. Just
Was COVID as bad as you thought it was going to be?
no, not at all.
You
I
didn't lose
mean,
your sense of taste and smell, right?
nope, nope. But
Well,
I mean, there's so many different variants now. None of us did.
yeah,
We all had like one day where we felt like we had the flu really bad, and then by the next day we were all feeling better, and then it sort of has morphed into more of like a cold, I guess I would say.
yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what I feel like I have. But like I said, I feel like it. I'd never had a sinus infection before. I
Oh,
got
they
sick before
suck.
Christmas. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I had my first ever nightmare in my life, which I had never had a nightmare before.
Really?
Yeah, because I was sleeping so bad because once it turned into the sinus infection, the entire right side of my face hurt so bad
Yeah.
that I was taking, uh, it might have been Mucinex nighttime medicine, and my first ever nightmare. And it's weird because it was after our season finale about the wheel, and
Mm.
it involved a wheel, like a
Oh
spinning.
man.
It was weird. It was in space, and it was a giant spinning wheel that was made up of burning and smoldering pages from a novel. And it was just rotating. And I woke up like freaked out, like in a cold sweat. And I have never had a dream like that before.
Had you started reading the Midnight Library yet? When you were sick?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just curious because that had such a wheel theme to it too.
Yeah, but it was just so weird and it was so freaky. And I can still see this smoldering, spinning wheel of book pages. And
You've never had a nightmare before?
no, I've
Oh my
never.
goodness.
I've had weird dreams, but I've never had a nightmare.
Wow, that's surprising to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think I've had nightmares since I was young, like wake up, your heart's pounding kind of dreams.
No, I never did. I remember,
Wow,
uh,
crazy.
like the idea of lucid dreaming freaks me out. But I do remember having a dream once when I was like in high school or something where I was fighting Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but I knew I was dreaming, so I was able to do all kinds of cool things. So that was actually really interesting. That's the only time that's ever happened too.
Yeah, I've only had like a lucid dreaming thing once, and it was a long time ago, and it only lasted for like a few minutes, but yeah.
When I was sick, I was not sleeping at all, and I was like seriously starting to mentally lose it because it was that bad.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know. I thought part of me thought I was going to end up in the hospital. Part of me thought I was going to die. Corey was dropping off stuff for me all the time, just leaving it outside my door and then hightailing it out, and so it was bad. I have never been that sick, and then I didn't know
Ice.
if I was going to be sick for our Christmas thing at Aaron's family's
Mm,
house, but I made it there.
hmm
I got my brandy slush, so
Nice.
it was awesome. Aaron's been listening to the show all the time. He so badly wants to be on this season, so we're just
Oh, he
trying to,
should.
yeah, we're trying to figure out a episode that he kind of wants to look into.
Cool.
How was your Christmas?
It was good. It was low key,
Yeah,
quiet, but it's what we needed. So yeah, it was
yeah.
good.
It
How
was
about you?
everything since your Christmas has been nuts.
Exactly.
It was nice. Like I said, I went to Corey's house. Corey and Nicole and the kids had me over, I think the week after Christmas, and I was by Aaron's house Christmas Eve. They gave me a ton of stuff, which is always so sweet of them. They gave me Apple AirPods because I never had AirPods, and they remember me saying that I wish I had them.
Oh,
They gave
nice.
me a ton of food. They got me new clothes for school, so they just got me a bunch of stuff. So it was nice.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's fun. Yeah, we just went up north to my mom's house and just had spent the evening there, so it was good.
And since then, it's just been nothing but work.
Yep.
I haven't been researching Atlantis as much as I should be. I don't know if it's just that I don't find it an interesting topic and I keep like drifting off and like doing
Getting
something else.
sidetracked.
Oh, I get sidetracked so easy. I've been looking at lots of Reddit, like stuff on Reddit, and I actually have a lot of like cool ideas for topics this season. So I'm actually really looking forward to
Good.
that.
That's fun.
Um, what else? Since since I started rewatching Hellier, my synchronicities have started up again like crazy.
Well, that's what
So it's
happens.
weird because I have been listening to podcasts about it, and the people that do the podcast say the same thing that after they watch it, they don't know if it's that they're just more aware of them or if
You're
it
more
starts
attuned to
happening
it.
more. But
Yeah.
Carly, our listener Carly in Australia that I'm friends with, started watching it, and she's had a ton of synchronicities, and she had synchronicities about goblins,
Oh, weird.
which is actually weird because that's what Hellier started about.
Yeah, it started about that.
You
Did you
know?
know they're filming season 3?
Yeah, I have such a hard time. In one of the podcasts I listened to, they talked about it too. Just suspecting that the stuff about the tin can was faked.
I don't know. I have a hard time believing that with the new Kirks. I don't know. They just You should listen to their podcast. It's
I've
really
downloaded
good.
it, but I haven't listened to it yet.
It's so good. I mean, they have such a great sense of humor, but they are not they're very much like us. Like they're not afraid to say something's fake or
Yeah,
that, I have a hard time believing that I don't want to believe that everybody's faking stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I don't know. If it's real, it's a pretty good synchronicity. I mean, it was
it
pretty
is.
crazy actually. And the fact that it was showing up in the book, that Euphonauts book that they were
Yeah, yeah. I'm
crazy.
a couple episodes into the new season, but I've kind of stopped
Season
with it.
two?
Yeah, season 2. But
I like season 2 better than season 1 actually. When you get into it more, I think you'll like it.
I just remember I've seen it already, but
Oh, you
I
have?
just
Okay.
remember thinking that it drags, like season 2 drags a little bit, and I think I remember liking season 1 better.
Hmm.
But yeah, if our listeners, if you guys haven't watched Hellier, you should. It's
It's
free
so
on
good.
YouTube now too. You can watch them free on
Yes.
YouTube,
Yep.
except with an ad every 5 minutes, which was kind of
Yeah.
annoying, but it's still free on
Yeah.
there.
I watched it on Amazon Prime. So if you have Prime, there's no ads on that, but obviously you have to pay for Amazon Prime. But
I got
one thing I will say about Hellier is it made me, every time I watch it, I want to investigate again.
Yeah.
Like they just make me want to dive in and investigate, you know?
Yeah, but what was that weird thing they had? Was it the God mask or something that you put on your head and it does
Yeah, that thing
something?
is
It does something
freaky.
with like magnetic pulses
Yeah.
affecting your brain. I want nothing to do with that because that just
No,
freaks me out.
I do want to
I would maybe do the
the
thing.
Estes method.
Is
Yeah.
that the one where they put the ping pong balls on your eyeballs or whatever and like completely block everything out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Did you
that I
listen
would
to like
make.
a spirit box?
Yeah, but I just you know how I am about spirit boxes. I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm super skeptical about spirit boxes.
They use that method a lot on Kindred Spirits.
Is that the other show the
With
Newkirks are on?
No, they've been on that show several times. No, that's Adam Berry and
Bruni? Amy Bruni?
Bruni. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, they use that a lot. They just actually did it on last night's episode. John Tenney was on, and he did that method. So I just think it's really interesting. I'd like to try it.
We should go on an investigation sometime soon.
Hey, what happened to your
I
don't you
haven't
have a
yeah,
friend?
I haven't talked to him since around the holidays, so I should follow up with him and see what he wants to do.
So people know what we're talking about. Kurt knows somebody who has someone who wants a house investigated, so we have sort of like a potential investigation hanging out there. But
hmm And
yeah, that'd be
also this season we would like to go to Stoughton and meet up with Vicky because we
yes,
talk about Elsing's secondhand shop all the time
all the time.
about all of
Yeah,
our investigations there, and it would just be cool for us to go there and just sit down with Vicky and talk and record it and then just like stitch it into an episode. It's
yeah. They
not
did sell the shop.
Yeah,
They
the
don't own
shop
it
is no
anymore,
longer
but
there, but we want to go there. We want to go to the coffee cup, get a garbage omelet and all that stuff.
relive some memories.
Yeah,
It was a lot
so
of
I
fun.
think we're gonna do that once it gets nicer out.
We have our road trip coming up this season.
Yeah, but
We
we
should
haven't.
probably start
We should
planning
probably
that.
start planning that. Even if we don't do Mackinac Island, we have to do Paulding. We do definitely have to do
Yeah, yeah.
Paulding. But
Yep.
I was reading when I was researching stuff on Reddit yesterday, I came across an account of someone from Mackinac Island that said had a bunch of stuff happen there and didn't realize it was haunted until after he
Mm.
left. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I should start looking into like accommodations just to see what's out there and how much it is. And we need to finalize who all's coming with us as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we'll have to do that. We're not real on the ball about that stuff. It'll be the week before we go, and it'll be like, did we
Oh, we should probably make
we get
reservations.
reservations because it gets busy there in summer, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what else is new. I got rid of Amazon Prime. I have Netflix now, and I've been
Oh,
watching
nice.
stuff on there. I watched Squid Games finally.
Oh, I
And
haven't
actually,
watched that.
I actually really liked it. I was from what people were saying, I was expecting it to be way more
Violent and gory.
violent and gory, but it was I don't know. I thought it was really well done actually, except the person that I really liked ended up not making it to the end, so that sucked. Uh, but I really liked it, and now I'm watching Manifest because I have had so many people tell me I
Mm.
need to watch Manifest.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been
Did you watch
watching.
Wednesday yet?
No, my students tell me I need to watch
So
Wednesday.
good.
They
Yeah,
told
it's
me
really good.
my students tell me I need to either watch Wednesday or Cobra Kai.
Mm. Yeah, maybe someday I'll watch Cobra Kai. I was actually really into the Witcher universe. That's a really, really good show. There's two. There's like Witcher,
hmm
Blood. Origins or something. It's like a prequel to The Witcher and then
Hmm.
The Witcher.
I
Really,
I
really
haven't
cool.
watched any of that, but I still say The Witcher 3 is the best video game I've ever played in my life on
I've
PlayStation.
never played the video
Oh my
game. I
God,
would
the
love
video
to.
game is so good. It's just so amazingly good.
Is it for PS?
4.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. But I still want to
Someday I'll
give you
get
guys mine
PS4.
because I never use it, but I just never think of unplugging it and bringing it to you guys.
Yeah.
You know? So I need to watch those on Netflix. I'm watching The Mole. I didn't know they had another season of The Mole on Netflix.
Oh,
And
it's a
I love,
reality show, right?
yeah, I love The Mole. That's the one reality show I would go on where it's a little bit like The Amazing Race, where you're going around the country and doing challenges, but
Mm-hmm.
one of the people in the group is actually working against
Working
everybody. Yeah,
against
trying
you.
to
Yeah.
sabotage everything. So I've been watching that. But now that school's back up, I haven't been watching a whole ton of stuff because I come home and then I try to stay awake through um, Hellier, but I start just dozing off on the couch. My sleep is so messed up. I gotta
I've
figure
actually
some.
been sleeping really good, but it's because I'm so exhausted all the
That's I don't know if that's a good
time.
thing, but
Yeah, I don't know.
so I've just been like I said, I haven't been doing as much research on Atlantis as I should be, so I'm gonna have to start hitting that this week. Um, and just like trying to pick topics for like one of the random ones that I stumbled across the other day as I was going through. Sophie and I send each other Reddit threads that it's like, what's the scariest thing that ever happened to you? And then it's a list of like 1,000 things that people said,
Wow.
But one day, just like coincidentally, I found out that I ended up saving like 3 stories about mirrors. So I'm like, we should just have an episode about
Ooh.
mirrors. And
Yeah.
people have said an episode about dolls, and I found a couple stories about dolls. So I think we're gonna do some of that this season, and
People did like our Reddit scary story episode. I enjoyed that one
they
too.
did, and that's the one that was just a filler, but people
Mm-hmm.
actually really liked that one.
It was some creepy stuff.
Yeah, but it sounds like right now our first episode will be Atlantis, and then I think our second one will be a mini mystery where we each talk
Oh,
about a haunted location because we're going to
okay.
do that this season.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yep, and
I should
I
probably
was
start
well,
preparing.
I was going to do one, but now I might do a different one. I don't
Okay.
know. So that's going to be our thing for our mini mysteries this season. They'll be all haunted locations because we don't
Yeah.
like people feel we don't do enough haunted stuff,
Yeah.
you know. So
The
what
only
else?
danger is we may end up picking the same topic on, occasion without realizing it.
I don't think so because I know you're gonna go towards the big ones, and I want to go towards the lesser known
The
ones. Like
lesser known
I
ones.
have a couple like ones in Milwaukee and like more local ones.
Okay.
Because I figured you would go for like we already talked about the Stanley, but I figured you'd maybe do something about the Stanley or the Queen Mary or something. So I figured that I would just stick with
The
like
Winchester
the
House.
Winchester House.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd stick with the lesser known ones.
Sure. Cool.
What else do we have?
No taste test today.
No, but we have packages here from people. We have taste tests from people. Aaron
I
gave
have a
us
taste test too.
Aaron gave us this thing that we need bread toasted for.
Okay. That's cool.
And he
I make
says
homemade bread every week, so we'll eat it on my homemade bread.
and he's oh good, that would be awesome. And he says cheddar slices. But
Oh,
maybe I'll bring some
okay.
cheddar slices.
Sure. Wow,
Um
that's really specific.
yeah.
Okay, we're having a
So,
sandwich.
yeah, so we have that. Um I'm excited to come down now because McDonald's has the steak, egg, and cheese bagel again that they got rid of.
Wow,
So
that's funny.
so I'll be getting that every morning when I come down there. You know that. Um, what else?
It's a throwback to our side session about nostalgic foods you can't get anymore because we
Yeah,
talked about
yeah,
bagel
it
breakfast
is.
sandwiches.
Yes. Oh my God, I love the McDonald's steak, egg, and cheese bagel. What else do we have? What else? What else? I have oh, Linda, one of the
Oh yeah.
teachers that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
One day I came in and she told me something weird happened. And
At school?
no, well, yeah, well, she was there at Thanksgiving, and that was, I don't remember, did I talk about that? That she popped in there the day of Thanksgiving to get something out of her classroom, and she was in her classroom and she heard footsteps in the hallway, so she went out to look, and there was nobody there, and there was nobody else in the building. But
No, you didn't say
no,
that.
it's weird because the other morning, just this week, I went down there because I go down there the first thing in the morning to do stuff or whatever, and her door was cracked open, and I looked and there was nobody there, and I went walking past and I heard something from her room, and it wasn't like a heater coming on sound. It was like somebody picking something up or moving something, and I'm like, was she in there? So I went back and looked in the room, and there was nobody in there.
Hmm.
So that basement floor in that building is where weird stuff happens. I went there a couple times over break and left my recorder running, but I didn't catch anything.
I wish we could do an investigation there.
I'm planning on doing a after school ghost hunting club the last quarter of the year.
Okay.
But every kid that I talk to wants to join. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I might have to actually do it like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night with different kids. But one of the custodians said that he would let us into the attic and stuff, and I think we would just break into groups and do a recording session and stuff like
So
that.
do you have to have the kids like get parent permission slips
For
to do
something
stuff
like
that?
that, yeah, because we figure it's
Okay.
kind of like a religious issue too, where some
It kind
parents
of
might not
is.
want their kids.
And also, is it like a safety thing because you're going into areas of the building where normally kids don't go?
Maybe the attic isn't like super rickety. The attic is actually really cool, but it would probably be a safety thing. But that's why it might be difficult to do an after school ghost hunting club. But it would be cool.
Can I come?
Sure.
Can I join? My mom's here. She'll sign a form for me.
Yeah, have her sign it, then you can come. But yeah, I'm convinced that there is something. And it's funny because the room to the side of the auditorium, that's like a little hallway that has a curtain over in the door. Everybody agrees with me that there's something in that room because that's the room that just gives me the heebie-jeebies. And students go in there and they're like, nope. They're like, there's something in there. Like, it just feels weird.
Is there like rumors about some kind of tragedy that happened there? I mean,
I don't want to say specifically because I do know students listen to this and I don't know for sure, but I did hear that somebody that was a teacher there said once that somebody did die there. I don't know if and it sounds like it was near the auditorium where it happened, but I don't know for sure if that's accurate or not.
Sure. Okay.
But it's just so weird. I always think of that day that Nora and I walked through there and we both felt like somebody was watching us and neither of us told the other one until we were out in the hallway. So it's just, yeah, it's weird.
But also it's just a school is a place where there's a lot of energy,
Yeah.
a lot of emotion.
Well, yeah, and like when we talked about it in our poltergeist episode, they think that like girls around that age, like the ones that are there, like 11, 12, 13, like those are the ones that have like the poltergeist activity. So,
yeah,
there is
could be residual too.
Yeah, so there is all sorts. But like last year when I had when I was standing in the hallway waiting for somebody for a custodian to come to clean up the vomit on the floor, and a male young voice whispered "mommy" in my ear. It's like that was clear as day. So I don't know. It's weird. I hope my students aren't listening to this and getting all freaked out, but they love it. Like anytime we talk about ghost stuff, they're like, "You need to do this club because we really want to investigate the school."
Yeah.
But then you also don't know if they're going to say that and then be super scared when it comes to actually investigating it.
Yeah, you don't want to leave anybody scarred.
No.
And then have angry parents
scarred physically or mentally.
Right, exactly. Get angry letters from parents about their kids who aren't sleeping at night,
Yeah, we won't be putting the God mask on them and making their anything like that.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. Oh, but like I was saying, so Linda, she told me, was it 2 weeks ago? And then it happened again this last week. So here's what she wrote to me. She said, "One night I was awakened by a noise in my hallway just outside my bedroom door. I thought it was my daughter urging my dog to move along. I heard, quote, 'Come on, girl, come on.' She sometimes gets up, but Maggie, our dog, doesn't follow her, so I thought it was strange. I got up to see if she was okay or needed help. No one was in the hall, and my daughter was asleep in her bed along with the dog. So fast forward a week and I heard the same thing. This time my husband heard it as well. We both heard the jingle of Maggie's collar and we heard Ellie saying, quote, "Come on," in her cute way of talking to our dog. Again, she was asleep in her bed.
Weird.
We have never had any noises like this before. No children have lived in this house before us, or any incidents where a dog and child are here. Not quite sure what we heard, but it intrigued me.
Well,
So
it's weird that it sounds like her daughter, though. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And the
yeah,
sound of the dog's collar.
yeah. But and
That's
also if
weird.
it was once, that might be just be whatever. But if it's for in 2 consecutive weeks, that's weird.
Maybe they're astral projecting in their sleep.
That's possible. Maybe
Yeah.
they are. But
Hmm.
it's weird. I got to meet Ellie, so that was actually really nice meeting her daughter that listens to the
Oh,
podcast.
how
But
old is
yeah,
her daughter?
I think she's younger. She's like 13 or 14, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
Uh, but it was cool meeting her. But this is weird. Yeah, to hear that in the hallway. And then I've been reading so much stuff on Reddit that this ties in with a lot of what I've been, stories I've been saving where somebody hears their mom or dad be like, "Hey, come in here," and
Ugh.
then then they
Yeah,
find
that always creeps me out.
yeah, yeah, it's like
Anything mimicking someone you know is super
yeah,
creepy. There's
yeah.
something really sinister about that.
Yes. So I have a bunch of stories saved already, stuff like that. And the stuff with Linda's daughter, I mean, it wasn't like that because it wasn't like beckoning her to come out there, but it was just weird that she
Yeah.
could hear the dog's collar and she heard Ellie saying, "Come on," and then they're not even out there, they're sleeping in the bed. So,
Well, and talking in a voice that she uses to talk to the dog, like something they
yeah,
recognize. That's really strange.
yeah, it is.
Hmm.
So that's the one
Okay.
story I have for
Keep us
today.
posted, Linda.
Yes, please keep us posted, Linda. And she's the one that heard the footsteps outside her
Yeah,
door, so maybe she's picking up on stuff. I
maybe.
don't know. What else do we have to entertain our listeners?
Do you want to talk about the book club for a minute?
You can.
Yeah, so gosh, how many episodes have we had now? 3 or 4?
I think
can't remember.
3 or
3?
4. I
Well,
don't remember.
we're about to record the next episode on the 25th. So when you're actually here in person, we'll be recording the Chasing the Boogeyman episode. We've gotten one email with feedback, so looking for your feedback, people. Please make sure to get that to us.
I'm really curious to hear
before.
what people think of Chasing the Boogeyman because I liked it, but I could
I did
see
too.
some people not. But I'm really curious to see what people think of Chasing the Boogeyman.
Yeah. Yep, me too. And now, I don't know if you've started reading The Lost Causes of Bleak Creek. I
No.
started it. I'm liking it a lot so far, but that's the book for February. Or I'm sorry. Chasing the Boogeyman is February.
I was gonna say I better start reading it if it's the book for February.
Yeah, no. It's for March. The Lost Causes of Bleak Creek. But so the authors of that book, and I forgot this, they have like I think a podcast and a YouTube channel. As soon as I looked at the back of the book, I was like, oh, I recognize these guys. And I think they have content like, I have to look, Rhett and Link. Yeah, so the Rhett and Link. Yeah, those are the guys.
That's Good Mythical Morning.
Yes, thank you. Good Mythical Morning. I've never listened to it, but I'm aware of it, and I think they're pretty popular.
Yeah,
and
Good Mythical Morning.
Right?
Yeah, Good Mythical Morning is on YouTube, and they do a lot of. I just watched one where they tried every available Little Debbie snack cake to rate which one was the best. So they do a lot of that. They do a lot of like buying old snacks off eBay and then trying them. But
they have like a show on Food Network too, where they try food.
They're super endearing though. Like I really like them.
Well, and I'm really
they wrote that book.
They wrote the book, and there's like it's funny. It's got like funny little moments in it where I'm like, okay, I get their personality. Like I like where they're going with this. I don't think it's like a funny book.
Yeah.
But these kids in the book, it's a book told from the perspective of teenagers, which I tend to like that. But yeah, so far I'm really liking it, and I like their sense of humor. So.
Sweet. I didn't know that they wrote it. Now I'm looking forward to it even more because I love Good Mythical Morning.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, I'm enjoying it. I don't know that we have a ton of listeners for the book club yet, but
everybody like that sends stuff in, it's really well done. Like everybody's write-ups about what they thought about the book. It's really well done.
Very smart. We have intelligent listeners.
Yeah,
But
we do. We do.
it's fun. I'm a reader anyway, and I love that people who are listening to it are saying, I've stopped reading. You guys have gotten me back into reading again,
Hmm.
and that makes me happy because I just think reading is the greatest. So
It
I
is.
love books.
And I just don't
It's
do it enough.
it's an excuse for me to buy a book every month.
Yeah. I
So,
just don't do it enough.
yeah, and but honestly, it's not something that we started to like grow this huge listenership. We're just doing it because we wanted to, and it's sort of for us. So
Yeah.
we're having fun with it.
Yeah, because we look at the statistics for the strange sessions, like thousands of downloads, and then our book club is like 13 downloads.
50.
Yeah,
Oh, 13. Wow, I was
yeah, it's like,
optimistic.
yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah. So do you have anything exciting planned for the side sessions that you want to talk about?
Not really. I haven't even really started thinking about the side sessions yet.
Okay.
I would
That's
like
okay.
to do an episode where you and I pick. I know we've done our favorite songs, but I would like you and I to pick our top 10 songs that we think are the best songs ever written.
Wow.
Because I've been thinking about that lately.
Did we have an episode like that though?
Well, we had ones where we picked our favorite songs, like our favorite songs from the 80s, but I don't know if we
Oh,
did one where we picked what we considered the 10 best songs ever written.
ever written. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I'm gonna have
no,
to
I'm
think
I'm
about that.
working on topics for the side sessions.
Okay.
I can't think of what
I'm
they
gonna
are.
vote that we do Wisconsin food stuff.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah,
fish
definitely.
fries and
Supper
supper clubs.
clubs, fish fries, Culvers.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Quick
well,
trip,
quick
apparently.
trip. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, that will be one of the first couple, I think, of the
Cool.
side sessions. So
That'll
I'm
be fun.
I'm starting to like come up with a list of side sessions topics.
Nice.
Uh, what else? I feel like I was going to say something else about that, but I can't think of what it was. Are we going to start trying to do the book club podcast like after the side sessions, after the strange sessions? Or are we
Why
good?
don't should we give it a shot and just
Yeah,
see how it goes? It's going
yeah,
to be a long day. I mean, we're already down there for 3-4 hours, and that's going to add like another hour on top of it.
yeah.
But it's easier than Skype. Skype is just kind of hard to do sometimes.
It is. I mean, I don't mind our Skype podcast, but I wouldn't want to do this all the time. Plus,
No,
plus
exactly.
I like when I can see you because our
Hmm.
our Stay
Stay
Strange
strange.
at the end is so bad when we can't look at each
Awkward.
other and know when we're
Hmm.
saying it. Um, so
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
give it a shot. I mean, I don't want to start any earlier in the morning, so we'll just have to go later. But
yeah. I hope listeners are liking our paying listeners are liking the side sessions. Like I said, I just wanted to give them something different. Like something special for
yeah.
giving us money.
Well, and I'm hoping that, I mean, they get an unedited episode. The video situation just kind of fell to the wayside because whatever, we're
Well,
terrible at that. But
Oliver that listens to the podcast told me that, and it was cool because it was like the same exact thing that you said, where he came to me one day at lunch and he said, "You guys should do a video." He said, "Not necessarily the whole podcast, but you should have part of it as a video on YouTube," which I kind
yeah,
of agree with.
I agree too. And I think we'd just like I think I mentioned to you, I had heard, I don't know if this is true, but as soon as you have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you can start earning money.
It's so weird you said that because I literally saw that right before you and I started recording.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
we have, I think we're close. We don't have 1,000, but I think we're close. We have like maybe 800 or 900, something like that. So
Yeah.
maybe just another fun way to support the podcast.
Because
And
you and I
provide a little content.
did talk about monetizing it a little more, but we
Mhm.
talked about the possibility of a sponsor, but it would have to be very something that we like. Like I don't want to be one of these podcasts that,
No, it had to be a product I actually use.
Yeah.
That I really, truly would want to share with people.
Yeah, like I said, like the Sofa King podcast with their El Yucateco hot sauce that they're obsessed with.
Yeah.
So it would have to be something like that.
Some pickle brand.
Yeah, some pickle brand.
Oh, boy.
Something spicy, I'm sure it would end up being.
Those coffee shortbread cookies that I like literally had a foodgasm over.
You did.
They can sponsor us.
One of my students, Noelia, I think it was, brought one day. It's a Mexican cookie. She got it at Walmart, she said, and they were so good. And I can't think of. I've had these before, and I want to say it was like a really crispy, thin, super powdered sugar. I want to say a pinwheel, I mean, I've had these growing up. They're really like crisp, and they're just
Are they really crumbly?
yes, like
Do
crumbly,
they
and like almost deep fried. It almost looked like.
have in them? So
No,
so
it
they're
was
well,
like
there's
a
like they're
it
called like
almost it almost looked like a flour, like a but and it wasn't
hmm.
thick, but it was like s-
Oh, because I'm thinking of Mexican wedding cookies where they're shaped like a little crescent and they're doused in powdered sugar. But the inside, I think pecans are like a, God, I hope it's not pecans, right? Are
no,
you allergic
no.
to pecans?
I'm definitely allergic to pecans.
Okay, it definitely is not the cookie I'm talking about because the main ingredient those is pecans.
Yeah,
I wonder what it is.
I
Pinoles?
I don't know,
No,
but
that's
I've had
pinole
these
is like
growing
pine
up.
nuts.
I've had them growing up, and Ashley, the teacher that's in that class, Noelia gave some to her too, and Ashley and her are like, "Oh my God, these are good!" And
Hmm.
I would scarf the whole bag down in one sitting, and there was so much powdered sugar in there, it was insane. Uh, but they were so good. If I can find them, maybe I'll bring them for a taste test.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh, definitely.
Uh,
Are you
trying
doing
to
anything for the Super Bowl?
going to bed.
To me, it's an excuse to make fun food that I don't normally make. So, well, it'll be on. My husband Jim will watch it, obviously.
Hmm
I'll maybe check out the commercials and the halftime show, but I'm making like pigs in a blanket and this
hmm
chocolate tart thing, and I
I'm
don't know.
gonna
It's all
probably
about food.
I'm gonna probably get Papa Murphy's because this past week,
Mm,
2 weeks,
yum.
like I had just enough in my checking account for my rent. I had no money
Oh
whatsoever.
man.
And it sucks because, when I do have some money, I don't crave things that I can't have. But when I
Sure.
know that I can't afford it, I wanted pizza so bad. I wanted fast food so bad. So I think I got paid yesterday, so I think now I'm just gonna get a Papa Murphy's pizza for tomorrow.
That
Uh,
sounds good.
so I
I
think
do still like Papa Murphy's pizza, even though I
it's
make
not
mine
as good as
homemade.
no, it's not as good as it used to be. Papa Murphy's used to be the best, and now they're just skimping on everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
but like it floors me how expensive eggs are. Like I love eggs for breakfast, and I just can't buy them now.
You know what's funny though is the eggs that we always buy, they're like the higher end, like certified humane, grass fed, free range. They're cheaper than the cheapo eggs. Like
Really?
the eggs that we buy, the price hasn't changed at all. And I'm like, they're gouging the people who go for the cheap eggs. Now get the fancy eggs.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
probably less
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, because I gotta actually go to Walmart today and pick up some stuff, but I go there and like go to think buy a thing of eggs and I look and I'm like, oof. But it's like I buy a little tote grocery thing and there's hardly anything in there and it ends up being like $50. So it's just
Yeah, it's
insane
crazy.
how much
Yeah.
everything is.
Well, someday when Jim and I have chickens, I'll give you eggs for free.
Oh my God, farm fresh eggs like are so
Yes.
amazingly good.
Yeah, my mom goes to, I don't know if they're Amish or Mennonite, but there's like a store that she goes to. It's called Brewbaker's up north, and she
Hmm
gets eggs from there all the time and gives us eggs. It's so good.
Just get some chickens and have them walking around in the basement when we're recording.
We can totally have chickens where we are too. We could have chickens right now, but we just haven't pulled the trigger yet, and I really
Yeah.
want chicken.
Yeah, there's
Wow, we are really getting off on a
we
tangent.
we are. Hey,
I'm not
but
even onto chickens.
people wanted so once Chicken Alley had haunted chickens, they had the ghost chickens. People wanted something new to listen to, so
Here you go, chicken talk with Kurt and
yeah,
Krista.
chicken talk.
Poultry corner.
What else was I gonna say? I can't think.
We
I
should have
can't.
made a list.
We should have made a list. But I'm glad we didn't get together today because today I feel lousy. You still have your mom there and stuff, and
Well, she'll still
yeah,
be here in 2 weeks too, but
we'll have
she'll
her.
just be asleep.
We'll have her sit. She can sit in.
Yeah,
Be,
she couldn't get in the basement if her life depended on it with her knee. But yep,
But yeah, 2 weeks we'll have our first official episode of season 7. I was thinking the other day, I think we have enough to go to season 10. After that, I question it. And I know people get mad when I question it, but I think we have enough to go to season 10.
there's gonna be so many things that you're not even thinking of. I'm not worried.
But it's so weird when Aaron tells
We
me,
don't even do more than one strange state per season.
I
I
know,
mean, just
I
think of all
know.
the strange states we have to do yet.
It's weird when Aaron tells me what episodes he's listening to, and it's like, God, we were still at the school when we recorded that one.
Oh,
Like the
so
subliminal
crazy.
message episode. And I think that's when we had the kids making noise. Like there were kids there,
In
and
the room next door.
yeah, that were super loud.
Ugh. Don't miss it at all.
I miss the spookiness of it.
That, yes, I do miss that. But that was before people started showing up at the school. That's when we still had the school to ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think we often were recording at night for a while, weren't we?
Yeah, we did. There were a couple times that I drove home and it was dark. That's back
Yeah.
when I could stay up past when the street lights came on.
I don't know. Were we going there during the week? I don't even
Yeah.
remember how we were
I think
doing
we were
it.
going there during the
Interesting.
week.
That's so weird.
It is, because there were times that I didn't get home till like 9.
I know Jeff and Joe and I would record sometimes at night too, because Joe and I did an investigation there and it was dark.
I would love to get Jeff and Joe back on the show too.
Oh yeah, they totally want to come on this season.
And Coleman. Coleman's close enough that he could come on.
Yes.
And Barry, of course.
Yes,
So,
for sure. Oh, I miss Barry.
we should try to get Barry to come here.
Absolutely. That would be fun.
She does want to meet us. She does want to come to Paulding when we go. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then we'll bring our equipment and we'll just do,
a little investigation.
a little investigation episode up there.
I'm excited to finally see it for myself.
I assumed it happened every night, but it sounds like it doesn't happen every night.
No, yeah, I don't think it's super consistent like that. Our luck, we'll get there and nothing will happen. But
No.
you know,
We'll send somebody out with a flashlight to go run around and pretend that we're seeing them.
we'll just have to eat a lot of pierogi while we're up there.
I love pierogi. Oh man, you're making me hungry.
Right?
Do we have anything else?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't want to keep talking about food and our strangers are like, wow, this is what we have to look forward to.
No, there will be actual topics this season, I promise. We know that
didn't want to leave you hanging.
No, we know that people have been craving us to come back on. I've been craving to get back on, do this. And so we were going to originally start today, but then, with Krista's mom being there and then them getting COVID, it's like, let's just do a little Skype. Yeah, let's just push it back and we'll have a season 7 prologue.
Yeah.
But the topics.
You know what's cool too is when you get here at 6, it's actually getting light out now.
Oh, I know. It is light out by that time. No, it's starting to get light.
Yeah, it's just starting to, but hey, in 2 weeks it'll be even later.
Yeah, but there's some good topics I think coming up this season, so it should
I'm excited.
It should be a good one. Well, Corey will be on again, of course.
Yeah.
Maybe a Christmas episode. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We're already poo-pooing the non-existing Christmas episode.
I know, and we just feels like it wasn't.
We haven't even started.
I know, but I'm gonna do song picks.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Because the first one isn't actually a song; it's a YouTube channel.
Okay.
So what happened was when I was so sick before Christmas, I could not even focus on TV shows to watch them. I mean, I could literally do nothing but lay on my couch and watch stuff in small chunks. Like, it was bad. So I ended up stumbling across this channel, and it is called, some of you guys probably have seen it, it's called Rob Squad Reactions, where a couple named Jordan and Amber watch videos and listen to songs that they've never heard, and just like you get to see their reactions to it.
Oh, I watch a lot of those.
Yeah, and it's like
not their particular one,
but it's like I stumbled across it and watching it day after day, like I understand how people feel about us because I want to be like friends with Jordan, like, and the thing is, like, I love Jordan. Jordan is awesome, and Jordan, don't take this the wrong way, but like Amber is like my soulmate. Like I love Amber. Like she's my musical soulmate because she loves like 70s soft rock stuff, and I'm in love with her, but they're just both so cool. And then I follow their other stuff now where it's like stuff with them and their family. They're married and they have, I think, 3 or 4 kids. And I think this is all they do because they release 3 videos a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
How cool is that people can just like make their living on YouTube?
Yeah. Maybe we should try that. But it's just funny because like I want to be friends with them so bad. Like I love them. And it's just them listening to songs and responding, every now and then they'll pause it, and there's some that are like super sweet, like Rod Stewart's Forever Young, like Amber starts crying because she thinks about her kids.
Aw.
And they'd have ones where they watch movies, and they did watch Almost Famous. So, but
Oh,
I
really?
didn't watch their reactions to it yet, so I'm hoping they liked it.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But I will post this video in the Strangers. It is Rob Squad reactions, and I'm gonna post the video where Jordan and Amber, for the first time ever, watched the video by the Buggles, "Video Killed the Radio Star,"
Oh,
which
awesome.
I think is such a good. I think it's such a brilliantly done song, and people only know it as the first song that was ever aired on MTV.
Hmm.
You know,
Interesting.
that's its claim to fame, is that it is the first video that MTV ever showed. Video Killed the Radio Star, and
Okay.
it's so good, and they love the song. Like, they listen to it, they never know what to expect, and you know, they're like, this is really cool. So I'm going to put the video of them reacting to that. And my second song choice actually came from Rob Squad reactions too, because I had never seen this version of the song before. But this has always been like one of my favorite songs, and I don't think I've ever talked about it on the podcast. But here are some of the YouTube comments about this song. Somebody writes, "There are good songs, great songs, and then there are the rare, timeless masterpieces that transcend fads, genres, and eras. This is one of those songs." Somebody else writes, "I'm 21 years old. A lot of people are commenting about how they grew up with this song, but I think it's important to know that young people, though we may not have the nostalgia, are still discovering great music like this from the generations before us.
Hmm.
Songs like this one truly are timeless." And somebody else writes, "This is a live performance of the song." Somebody else writes, "Man, when all the stars line up correctly and everything is okay in the universe just for a moment or two, this is what you get, a breathtaking performance." Somebody else writes, "This is such a godly rendition of the song. I'm so glad it exists. The original recording was fine, but this version makes it fully realized to its full potential. I envy those people in the audience." And then somebody else writes, "This has to be one of the best live versions of a studio song I've ever heard. Great performance." And it is a video that was live from Denmark in 2006, and it is Procol Harum doing A Whiter Shade of Pale.
Oh, I love that song.
And I had never. This has like 9 million views, I think. So people have seen this, but I have never seen this version. And it starts with like the full orchestra, where the orchestra plays for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then like when the singer comes on. It was funny because in their Rob Squad reactions, like they didn't know that he was coming on to sing, and they started talking about the violins and stuff. And when he comes on to start singing, they're like, "Oh my god, like this is so good." But
Hmm.
I have never heard this before, but I have always loved the song "A Whiter Shade of Pale," and
Yeah, me too.
this is like the best performance of that song you could ever hope for. So it is Procol Harum's "A Whiter Shade of Pale" live in Denmark, 2006.
Cool.
So
I'm
I will,
excited to see
yeah,
that.
I will post these in the group. The singer just passed away, I think, within the past year, which sucks because holy cow, him singing in the song is just amazing. So there you go. Those are my
Very cool.
song picks for our prologue episode for season 7.
Nice.
But when we get together again in 2 weeks, that will be the official start of season 7.
All right. Cool. I'm excited.
Do we have anything else?
I don't think so.
Again, thank you guys so much for everything you guys post in the Facebook group. You know, it feels like we're not even really gone because people post so much in there, and everybody in there is just, and Instagram, everybody there is just like so supportive of
Yes,
us
supportive.
and
Yeah.
each other. Like, they're just amazing. So we love you guys, and we're just so happy to have you guys with us and to listen to like 45 minutes of us babbling about chickens and eggs and all this
Cheese.
stuff and cheese
Cheese and toast.
and all this stuff. So
Exactly.
we love you guys, and we're so thankful to you for letting us do this. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
And
We wouldn't be here without you, that's for
no,
sure.
no, and we didn't expect this, but we're just so thankful we have this.
Yeah.
So we
Agreed.
love you guys, and we will be back in 2 weeks with the first episode of season 7.
Yes.
It's crazy.
I know. I can't believe it.
I can't either. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we hope you like this. If this is the first episode you ever listened to,
Yeah, sorry.
we
We're really
apologize.
sorry.
We apologize. Oh boy.
Please go back and listen to regular episodes
Yes.
before
Yeah.
you pass
Yep.
judgment.
So I think that's it. So I think we are going to try our very poorly timed Stay Strange. So
Let's do it.
from Krista and I in our separate locations, until next time, stay strange. Bye,
That
guys.
wasn't so bad.
It wasn't. It was
Bye.
it was horrible. Bye.